Today, we're talking about all of the drama and controversy surrounding Nurse Hannah, a travel nurse and TikToker with over 300,000 followers. The mother of two started gaining momentum this year with rage-bait nursing drama, then received even more backlash after posting a video where she picked up 17 dirty diapers around her house. This all recently resurfaced when critics of Hannah's content started to call out how her and her husband mistreat their kids, which was discussed across the internet after a video was shared of their son flinching when his dad went to hand him something. But we'll go through all of this and more. So by the end of the video, you'll be caught up on all of the drama surrounding Nurse Hannah on TikTok. Today's story was sent to me by around 10 different people, and if you ever find something you think I should cover, don't hesitate to DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. I'm sorry, I really wanted to cover this story like last week, but I got super sick after finishing the script. Regardless, thank you so much for watching today's video. And now let's get into it. This is Hannah Biat, a LTC travel nurse and mother of two children. And her content over the past year has involved nursing drama and raising her family. The nurse drama videos are typically her complaining about various jobs she picks up.
One nurse and one CNA for 77 patients. Are you kidding me? The other night I picked up an agency shift. It was literally posted for $1,700. I got the SOS text saying $1,700 and I hit accept so fast I didn't even question it. I knew I was going to be walking into total chaos, but honestly, I can overlook anything for $1,700. Like, let's be real. And then I walked in and the nurse I was getting a report from said, "Welcome to hell." And I knew this was going to be bad. I knew it. But you're telling me I had 77 patients with one CNA, one nurse and one CNA to 77 patients.
In 2024, Hannah's built a platform off rage-baiting viewers on TikTok. However, this style of content has started to come back and haunt her over the past few months. She first started gaining momentum in February and March of this year by posting videos like this.
I recently saw a TikTok saying that long-term care workers are from the hood, and I died laughing. I've never heard anything more relatable in my entire life. Because that's the most relatable thing. You talk to anybody else in healthcare and like, "Oh, what hospital do you work at?" And I'm like, "Oh, I work in long-term care." And they're like,
long-term care is probably the most ghetto type of nursing out there. Like, long-term care is the true hood of nursing. You hospital nurses, it's bougie out there. If you work in a hospital and you've never worked in long-term care, you guys are spoiled. It's spoiled life, it's bougie. I'm not hating on it, I'm jealous of you. Let me tell you why long-term care is so ghetto. Medications, where are they? I reordered them 5 times, where are they? Narcotics are running out. Oh, it's taking me 3 days of reordering them and asking the doctor to sign a new script, and they still have not shown up yet. Oh, your blood sugar is 500? Oh, well, your insulin hasn't shown up from the pharmacy yet. We ordered it 3 days ago, and we still have no insulin, so drink some water. Oh, 42 patients? Okay, here's 2 CNAs and 1 nurse. And probably one of the most ghetto things of all are those little tiny medicine bottles that we keep at the top drawer of the carts where we're sharing them for every single patient. And some people leave the fuzzies in it, and some people leave the little plastic paper seal that's in there. People leave that in there. Some of the patients are Hoyer lifts. Where's the Hoyer? Oh, it's broken. Sharing medications? I'm not even going to explain that one. You're only going to know what I'm talking about if you work in long-term care. I love long-term care. But let's be real, it's ghetto out here. We're working in the hood, for real.
After this, Hannah went back to calling out travel nurse companies that she worked for.
So I got scammed by my travel nurse company. I've been working for this company for several weeks now, haven't received one full paycheck according to my contract. Every time I call, it goes straight to voicemail. I try using other phones, straight to voicemail. Text, nothing. So this is my absolute last resort. I'm here at the facility. I'm here to ask the administrator to please help me, or basically cut ties with this business. I've talked to lawyers, I've talked to the state. I have a good case, they say. We're gonna go inside and see if the administrator can rip some butt on this company. Because basically, I'm not leaving here without a check. You'll get paid on Friday thing. I'm not waiting for that. Today's Friday. I got paid and it was $1,300. So, they're gonna write me a paper check today. And that's how it's gonna be. That's it. So, we'll see how this goes. I'll let you know. Well, that was a success.
This helped her gain a bit more traction, but with that came more discussion over if she was just making up these stories for views. The first major controversy surrounding Hannah began in June, when she explained that she hadn't been to the doctor yet, despite being 25 weeks pregnant.
I'm 25 weeks pregnant, or so. Haven't been to the doctor one single time, so I don't really know. So yeah, literally could be having twins, don't even know it. Also, I don't really plan on going to the doctor anytime soon. I just honestly don't feel like it's that necessary when you're pregnant. Now, you guys might think I'm crazy. Oh, you're a nurse and you don't go to the doctor. Oh, you're a nurse and you're anti-doctor. I'm not anti-doctor. I just don't think it's that necessary. Like, I feel fine. Baby's growing. I trust my body to grow a baby. Like, what do you think they did back in like 1920? You think they're going to the doctor like 10, 15 times while they were pregnant? No. Last time when I was pregnant with my son, I didn't go to the doctor until I was about 25 weeks. That time it was because of like insurance problems, but I think I just learned that it's not that necessary. My symptoms are manageable. I don't really get that sick. And I trust my body to know how to grow a baby. A lot of people think I'm crazy because they're like, oh, what if it has like health conditions and you don't even know? What does that have to do with anything? That wouldn't change my decisions or anything. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, this baby will be loved regardless of complications, health problems, anything like that. I literally could be having twins, don't even know it. I'm like 25-ish weeks pregnant. Based off of getting pregnant in January, puts me at like a September-ish due date. So that's what we're going with. So basically, whenever I go into labor, will be when I go into labor.
This video caused enough concern from viewers that Hannah had to upload this explanation the next day.
So I'm 25 weeks pregnant, and let me tell you the real reason why I haven't been able to go to the doctor. Because I believe that going to the doctor while you're pregnant is 100% necessary. I just haven't been able to go. So as a travel nurse, insurance is really, really tricky. It sucks. And I was trying to be, like, back in November, I was really trying to like plan ahead. I'm like, Kate, we are going to probably want to start having more kids here pretty soon. I need to figure out good insurance. Last time when I was pregnant with James, we paid $10,000. So I was like, we are not doing that again. I am not paying $10,000 for this baby. We need to figure out something different. So I found a really good insurance company that was going to be like $2,000, basically like my out-of-pocket max or however it works, right? Yeah, it turns out that was a scam. So I'm pretty sure it was a scam because I tried to contact them several times, like, hey, where's my information? Where's my like little card thing? Where's my policy numbers and things like that? And I never got one. And I would try and call and I would sit on hold for literally hours. There were days where I sat on hold for like 7 hours. And we're still paying for it. So it's coming out of our bank account and I just don't have access to the information. So yeah, that's the real reason why I haven't gone to the doctor. Does it make me nervous? Yes and no. I'm trying to go here pretty soon. Probably in the next month, hopefully I'll be able to go to the doctor. But yeah, it's just an insurance thing.
Following this, people only had more questions. So she was forced to upload a slightly more complete justification.
I'm 25 weeks pregnant, haven't gone to the doctor. I'm not on here bragging about it. Let's talk about it. I've talked to insurance companies and the only quotes they ever give me are ones for like an out-of-pocket deductible or out-of-pocket max with like $13,000 and then there's your deductible on top of that. And that is what I cannot afford. I'm not neglecting my baby. I check my vitals every day. I check my blood sugar frequently. I eat healthy. I'm doing the best that I can. I know it's a hard situation, but I'm doing the best I can. But I'd like to inform you guys that I do have an ultrasound scheduled on Tuesday. I scheduled it yesterday. I was at work and it's a miracle because I saw this bright pink van driving by. It's a Planned Parenthood thing, right? And it said free ultrasounds, and I called to see if they do ultrasounds for those like not considering options like that, you know. They said that they would love to, so I'm actually going in on Tuesday to get an ultrasound done. It's looking like I'm gonna get on insurance hopefully by the end of the month. So it's not that I'm neglecting it and I'm just being lazy and I just don't care. I sit on hold with insurance companies for hours and hours and days on end. Trust me, if I could have gone to the doctor, I would have gone when I was 6 weeks pregnant, you know? And I also have a lot of faith in God. I know that some people might not believe in that, and I know that might not be for everybody, but I do have a tremendous amount of faith in God, and I know that I'm a good person, and I know that God loves me, and God loves his children, and he is looking out for me. I am getting the help that I need. I am getting that ultrasound done on Tuesday. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm very nervous, like I was last time, but yeah, I would have liked to go to the doctor 8 weeks ago, or when I was 8 weeks, but not everybody has that luxury, you know? And I saw some comments saying that like, oh, an out-of-pocket ultrasound isn't that much money. An out-of-pocket ultrasound, at least where I live, is about $1,000. So that's a lot of money.
Despite the multiple videos, online discussion surrounding Hannah only increased. And things just got worse when people noticed that instead of visiting the doctor, Hannah decided to go on vacation to Vegas, which of course included the Sphere. In July, Hannah went back to her usual style of nursing content.
If I look kind of crazy, it's because I had 90 patients last night. 90!
Then, at the beginning of August, she finally decided to make her first visit to prenatal care at 31 weeks pregnant.
I'm 31 weeks pregnant. I just finished up at my very first OB appointment, so let's talk about it. To all of you out there that have given your very strong opinion about me being so far pregnant and not going to the doctor, my one thing to you is that my doctor and my midwife today did not care. They literally did not care. I was a little worried I was going to get some judgment, basically. So I chose a midwife. I had a midwife last time. I don't really have a preference, midwife or OB. I just went with midwife this time. So I'm 31 weeks technically, but in their system, we're going back to 30 weeks and 5 days. Something about my last period and their computer system or something like that. A baby is still measuring like 31 weeks on point and all that kind of stuff. We did a lot of blood work. 9 tubes of blood work. Like, leave some blood for me. I still need some to function. We did a scan. We didn't do the anatomy scan. I have to go to radiology for that. And I was hoping to do that, like, tomorrow or the next day. Like, just get it over with. But they said I have to schedule it out for, like, 3 more weeks. Is, like, the soonest they can get me in. And at that point, I'm like, what's the point? If I'm going to do an anatomy scan of 34 weeks, like, what's the point? You know? Like, we might as well just skip it and wait till delivery. But we'll see. I'm going to call and see if I can get on like their cancellation list to see if I can get in any sooner. But baby is already head down, which I'm really excited for. Last pregnancy, James was breached. So that's why I had to do a C-section. They tried to flip him and it didn't work and it was the most painful thing ever. But baby is already head down, so hopefully the baby stays head down. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, so I keep saying baby. I feel bad saying it, but sometimes I say it. Baby's already head down, so we're going to try for a VBAC is the plan. We also did the test for the gestational diabetes test. So I had to, while we were sitting there talking to lady, she just pulled out the drink and said, here, chug this while you're sitting here. Gave me massive heartburn. Like, anything gives me heartburn, but I'm sitting there for like an hour waiting for them to do the test, and I'm just like, my heartburn was unreal. And I told her that I've had some opinions about not going to the doctor, and she's like, who cares? Like, you're fine. It's really not that big of a deal until the 3rd trimester, which is where we're at right now. So literally, she did not care one bit. And it wasn't her just being nice. She was like, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're just fine. You know your body, you're fine. It felt good to have someone like in my corner for once, because I know how I feel. I know how I'm doing. So it felt good to have someone be like, yeah, you're fine.
In the middle of August, Hannah posted a TikTok saying she was quitting making nurse drama videos because of all the hate being directed back at her. The beginning of October came around, and Hannah gave birth to their 2nd child. This was quickly followed up by a Get Ready With Me video, which was captioned, "So much content coming." People that were against considering children as content weren't exactly pleased about that idea. The next major controversy surrounding Nurse Hannah began on October 5th, when she posted this video about the dirty diapers around her house.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15. I don't want a diaper pail or a diaper genie or whatever they're called. They just kind of get thrown around my house, and then we just collect them in a bag at the end of the day and take them out to the dumpster. So I've been solo parenting for the last 24 hours, so we're gonna see how many dirty diapers we have just lying around with 2 kids. I promise you, I'm not even exaggerating, this has only been 24 hours. So I'm counting just 4 diapers right here on the coffee table. Found another one right behind the couch. Oh, found 2 more. So far that's what, 7 diapers, I'm pretty sure. That's just down here, like in the kitchen living room area. Let's go upstairs. I already know this is gonna be so bad. Okay, so right away I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 diapers. So that's 8, 9, 10 diapers. Then into the bedroom. This is the corner of what my side of the bed looks like at night. It's embarrassing, I know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers lying around my house. No wonder my house friggin' stinks right now.
I don't have a kid, so maybe this is somehow normal. But how does this even happen? Is she just changing diapers in random places and then just like leaving them there? Many viewers had similar questions, so Hannah posted an extremely loud explanation video the next day.
So for those of you coming at me for how I choose to dispose of my dirty diapers in my house, just know that you are 100% absolutely correct, and this was just a one day kind of thing. I seriously could not live with myself if I had constantly dirty diapers lying around my entire house. Only reason I was possibly able to accumulate 17 dirty diapers in my house on one day. First of all, I have a 3-week-old baby, and those babies are going through like 10 plus diapers per day. And honestly, if I'm being real, those diapers don't really stink, and they're not really that full anyways. But anyways, the only possible reason that this actually happened was because this day I'm pretty sure I had some sort of flu or some sort of bug. Like for probably 12, 16 hours straight, I was in straight survival mode, taking care of 2 kids by myself. My husband was out of town, and I could barely get my butt off the couch to go to the bathroom, let alone taking care of a newborn and a toddler all by myself while my husband was out of town hunting. Like 100% survival mode. My main priority that day was making sure that my newborn was fed and that my toddler was not picking up my newborn by its legs. So a few dirty diapers lying around their house, yeah. Yes, I know it's disgusting. Yes, I don't know why I had them on the coffee table. That's just where they got thrown. Everyone in the comments was talking about their dogs getting into the diapers and their toddlers playing in them, and I don't really have that problem. Seriously, how sick I was feeling that day, I'm surprised I was able to pick them up at the end of the day. If my husband wasn't hunting and actually had phone service, I would have called him to tell him to come rescue me. That's how sick I was.
Over the next week, the drama surrounding the 17 diapers began to form online, with more and more people slowly finding out about Hannah. However, after all this hate started flowing in, she decided to lean into the 17 diapers mom label. And the mic in this video might be even worse than the last one.
I am finally starting to learn and figure out that I'm not alone with 17 diapers in my house. The amount of people that are coming out saying like, hey, you're not alone. I have 17 diapers in my house also. The amount of love and support and DMs and everything that I've received has really meant a lot. Because I'm not gonna lie, all the shaming and the hurtful things and the really mean videos made about me kind of sucked. People were saying like, oh, it's just Hannah. She's rage bait. That's what she does. That's what she does best. Like, do you think I really just like planted those diapers around my house just to make a video about it? That was me being genuine, raw. Like, I was sick, having a rough day, and I had a million diapers around my house. And yes, for those of you asking, I do have a trash can in my kitchen, but I choose to not put nasty poopy diapers in my main kitchen trash can, because then every time I open the trash can in the kitchen, it just is gonna reek, you know? Now that my husband is back home and able to help more with the kids, I feel like I'm finally kind of getting out of this rut lately. Solo parenting is so hard. To you single moms out there, or single dads, or whatever, like, pat on the back, you are doing amazing, because holy cow, that is so freaking hard. So if no one told you today, you're doing a really good job.
This led to more people online calling out how she somehow had the time to document picking up 17 diapers for TikTok, but didn't have the time or energy to pick up the diapers in the first place. However, none of this criticism seemed to deter Hannah, because she decided to use the attention around her 17 diapers situation to launch a YouTube channel.
17 diapers exploded so much more than I ever thought it would. Because of that, I have quite a few surprises coming. Number one being that I started a YouTube channel. The other surprises are unfortunately still in the works, but you're gonna have to follow my YouTube channel in order to see what's coming. So far right now on my YouTube channel, I'm just working on getting all of my TikToks up on my YouTube channel. That way we can just match TikTok and YouTube and have all the same stuff. But once I do all of that, then I'll be able to post all the juicy, good, new, exciting stuff about 17 diapers. I've had a lot of people tell me to trademark it, put it in an LLC. Some people are telling me to write a book. Some people are telling me to start a podcast. Some people are suggesting podcasts that I should be on. I know some of you guys are sick of me talking about 17 diapers and saying that it's rage bait and saying that it's just annoying. Some people are saying that I did it just for attention, but unfortunately those are the people that are also shaming me for it, so I don't really believe into any of that. In all reality, we all have our 17 diapers moments, and I'm working on some really exciting stuff that I'm really excited to share with you guys. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to announce it, but I will announce it first on YouTube. Make sure you're following me on YouTube so you don't miss it. The link is in my bio. Make sure you get the right account, because I'm pretty sure there's some actual scam accounts out there about me.
Along with this, Hannah began to lean even further into the 17 diapers phenomenon, even attempting to turn it into a TikTok trend.
Under pink skies, you taught him to enjoy.
By the end of October, she was convinced that the 17 diapers had made her famous. Ew, just pick up the diapers. 17? Sorry, no one relates. CPS will come to your house after this, etc. Wait, that's 17 changed diapers. And now I'm on podcasts, talk shows, news articles, and being flown to speak about it. So thank you for shaming, so that we can all recognize how relatable it actually is.
Baby girl, it's just me and you.
At the beginning of November, her third and most recent controversy began, surrounding Hannah and now also her husband, with viewers first calling out the way that Hannah talks about her husband and handles her baby.
Chipotle sauce. That's what it tastes like, was a tuna sandwich. So we ordered it toasted and it did not come toasted. We did like an order, like a mobile pickup thing. That's how you got the deal, was doing it online. These were like soggy tuna fish spicy sandwiches and I was just not vibing with it. Tell me why every woman knows how to eat while holding a baby, but the second you give that baby to the husband, to the male, they're like, I'm eating, I can't hold the baby. Me too. Like, I just know how to hold the baby and eat. Like, it's a thing. I promise you. Every woman knows that the second you start to eat yourself, that's when the baby cries. 100%, 10 times over. That's just how the babies just know it. They just know it. But anyways, yeah, tonight, Subway, it was a bust. I'm sorry, Subway, it was not good.
This continued later in November, when people started noticing how the husband treats their son.
Here, our very first stop were $9 lobster rolls. Technically, we got a lobster roll, a fried shrimp roll, and a fried...
The criticism began to pick up even more after this video was shared on November 29th, showing their son flinching when the dad goes to hand him something.
These are so freaking delicious, and I feel like at this point they're just a Vegas tradition for us. In fact, my husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon in 2020. There's so many places closed then. There's one...
They received enough backlash from this that Hannah had to post a video the next day, trying to explain her son's reaction.
So the fact that I even have to address this right now is kind of insane. Social media is just... it's a scary place. And I never understood people that much when they said they couldn't share their kids' faces online or they couldn't share much about their kids. I didn't really understand it, but it's crazy. If you were to know me in real life, this whole lazy husband thing, it's satire. My husband is the sweetest, nicest, kindest, most loving, most nurturing father in the entire world. He is playing on the ground with James like 90% of the day. If that man is not laughing, having fun, teasing him, playing with him, whatever it is, then I don't know, then something's wrong, because those two have the strongest bond, the strongest father-son bond that I know of anyone else. And it makes me really sad that social media has turned it into something, or me, maybe it's, I don't know, it makes me sad that I guess I've turned it into something. In the video that you guys are all freaking out about, they're just playing. They're always playing. They're always playing. They scare each other. James is obsessed with dinosaurs and bears, and when they look away and they come back and they scare each other, and they play, like when they throw something, they'll play throw it, you know, you like psych them out, you know, and they flinch and whatever. Like that's what they're always doing. They're always like hiding behind couches and jumping at each other and chasing each other around the house and up the stairs and down the stairs and tackling each other. They're always playing constantly. Point where like if I'm trying to talk to my husband, I can't because he's always playing with my son. Nothing's going on. From the moment that my husband wakes up in the morning, the second he goes to bed, he is only thinking about our children and our family and what's best for us. That's never not on his mind. He is constantly thinking about his children, their futures, but it's like now how to be the best father. You can't believe everything you see on social media. You just can't. I promise, and when I promise this, I'm serious. Nothing is going on. No, I don't really owe anyone an explanation. I could just be like everybody else, and when stuff like this happens, I could just keep quiet. And I thought about keeping quiet, just kind of letting it blow over. I thought I don't want that. I don't even want the thought of that out there. I don't want anyone to suspect anything, that even to be questioned whatsoever. That me or my husband, that we do not love our children, that we do not treat them with anything other than love. Like, it's crazy. There's nothing going on.
However, as you can predict, this didn't do much to quiet her haters. With one writing, has anyone else noticed how roughly she picks up her toddler? And she leaves her newborn alone, with bottle propped up for feedings. Another person called out this clip from a video where she's feeding her son and handling him a little roughly.
I mean, I know technically it's like now 7:30 is technically, it used to be 8:30, you know, like it's the same exact time. But just knowing that the clock says 7:30 and I'm out of my bed on a non-work day, yeah, no, that's not happening.
The quickly growing criticism online led to a couple of people compiling some of Hannah's most problematic moments.
I mean, I have a million of these, but not least for this video. I'm not changing my kid's diaper when they pee. I've never done that. Do you know how expensive diapers are? I have friends and people that I know that like, oh, they peed, we have to change their diaper. And I'm like, they peed? Literally, I will change his diaper if he poops. Or if it's like a very full diaper. I'm a mom to an 18-month-old, and I'm sorry, but a pat on the bum doesn't hurt them, it helps them on the long run. Let's get ready and talk controversial ways that I parent my kid. My son will grow up knowing that he's a boy and be raised as a boy, and he will know exactly what that entails. No co-sleeping of any kind. We'll like lay on the couch and cuddle, but when it comes to like actual sleeping, he sleeps in his crib, we sleep in our bed. This encourages independent sleeping, and now my son sleeps 14 hours at night. Along the lines of sleeping, we started sleep training at 4 months old, and honestly, I think we should have started it a little sooner. When it comes to vaccines and giving medications to my kid, I do so much research and I'm so hesitant with all of it. I am not afraid to tell my kid no, and I will tell him no several times a day. Every Sunday we go to church together and he'll be required to go to church with us as long as he lives under our roof. My son will eat his vegetables and he will not leave the table until all of his vegetables are gone. Yes, he is required to eat all of his vegetables, but honestly, we give him sugar pretty frequently. Last but not least, I'm a mom to an 18-month-old, and I'm sorry, but a pat on the bum doesn't hurt them, it helps them in the long run.
But as we've seen in the past, the hate can't stop Hannah, who started up her YouTube vlog series on December 2nd. She posted to TikTok saying, "Might log off for a minute here. Check out the YouTube for my latest content." At the same time, people continued sharing concerning clips from Hannah's videos.
I can't do that. Now, the next way that we save a lot of money while we eat out is we don't order drink. We don't drink alcohol. We're not ordering sodas. We literally, when they come to get our drink order, we are only 100% of the time. If we have leftovers, we are bringing it home. I see so many people stand up from their table and leave half of their food there, and then it just gets thrown away. If I'm paying for that food, it's coming home with me if I didn't eat it. So anyways, that's how you eat cheap on vacation. Always making sure your hotel has a breakfast. Always doing research on restaurants before you actually get there on prices. Not blowing a ton of money on drinks and appetizers.
Someone also brought up how they lock their son in his room every night. As of December 3rd, it seems like the backlash finally got to her, because Hannah decided to turn off the comments for all of her videos, and various online media outlets have started reporting on the hand-flicking controversy. But with that, you're caught up on all of the drama surrounding Nurse Hannah on TikTok, and how the mother of two, who built her following on nursing and family rage bait content, has now had the hate come back to haunt her, after getting caught up in a controversy surrounding her and her husband potentially mistreating their son. But now that you have almost all the details about this situation, I need to know, what do you think about everything? Please let me know that, along with any story updates or things I missed down in the comments. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.